Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much to my subscribers. Welcome newcomers. I hope you like the channel and become part of this beautiful family that we are. And hitting that subscription button, you should know it's all free. And of course, the bell notification to be notified of the new uploads. I want to thank you so much for your support, your loving comments. You guys are just a blessing. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'd like to mention that I do have a private crochet group if you're interested to join. All you have to have is a profile. So you're more than welcome to join us and my beautiful queens on the group. And also have a Facebook crochet page that you can follow me, TikTok and Instagram. All of these links will be below the description box. There's a little arrow, like a V shape facing down this way like that. You could just click there, it opens up and all the links are there just below the video. A lot of you still don't know how to do that. I think I'll have to make a little video and show you because I get questioned a lot of times, my hook sizes, what kind of thread, when everything is listed below in the description box. I also would like to mention that I get requested a lot for written patterns. I don't write patterns. I go as my brain brings me there. As much as I don't write them, I don't read them either, unfortunately. So I use 100% cotton thread. These are Portugal brands, as I am in Europe. My threads, they go by number and not by name. So this lime green would be number 22. And I have this gorgeous gray, number 12. These are 100% cotton thread, 100 grams, equivalent to 325 yards. They're $12 a ball, minimum order of 6. To cover at least shipping. I gain nothing from it. I also have shiny threads, which I just finished doing a project, but I still have a little bit left. I don't know if you can see, this is black and gray. They're 50 grams. These are nylon. Could that be it? I can't remember. But anyway, so they're the same price. For whatever reason, it's much thinner than my regular thread. This 4-ply is similar to Aunt Lydia number 3 cotton. Mine is a little bit thinner, so my patterns become automatically smaller. Okay, if you're using Aunt Lydia number 3 cotton, your patterns are bigger. 2.75 hook or 3.5, depending on the pattern I'm working on. And a pair of scissors, of course, and a small one to tuck in loose ends. Please give a thumbs up on the video, comment, share. Sharing is caring. Help out the channel to grow. And I send you much love and much hugs and many prayers for many of you that need. We all need in general. The world needs it in general. And I send you much hugs. Let's get started, everyone. Thank you. Okay, everyone, so we're on to another Christmas theme, of course, which is the elf. Now, I know it probably looks like a funny elf, but I did my best of what I could. I've tried to ask my friends some opinions, and a lot of them have not created, and a few of them have created. So they are pretty much telling me more or less how to go about, and so I decided to go this way. I hope you guys enjoy it. This makes a beautiful collection. I have done already the Santa Claus. I've done, for some of you that missed out, I've done the Snowman, which I've launched, I believe, before yesterday. And this makes a beautiful display for Christmas if you have them, like one plate or placemat of the elf, the snowman, the Santa Claus, and whatever else you are creating. This was a special request that I had from Terry Brow or Bro. I don't know if I'm pronouncing your right name properly. I apologize if I don't. But I think it's Terry Bro, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, she had requested when I did launch the I believe it was Santa Claus. And she wanted, if it was possible, to have Snowman, the elf, and reindeer, and so on and so forth. So I'm trying my best to accomplish that. And I hope you guys enjoy it. Very simple to create. Of course, little details, but that's nothing. You know, the eyes, of course, you know you have to do 2. So I've done 12 double crochets. And the nose, I've done 14 double crochets, which makes it a little bit bigger. This is slip stitch for the mouth, and of course the ears, we have to create it separate and glue it on. And I've done a bigger piece here for the hat. Okay, now this pattern itself, the motive here of the pattern, you should know, a lot of you know it by now, where the increase goes. I have 13 rows. This is the same size as the snowman. So I start with 12 double crochets, I believe. I can't even remember. But anyway, so, or 14 double crochets, something. Yes, 14 double crochets. And then the second row, 2 in the same stitch gives you 28. And then the third row, which is 2 together, 1 alone, 2 together, 1 alone. The fourth row, 2 together, 2 alone, 2 together, 2 alone. Fifth row, 2 together. So the increase keeps going like that. 3 alone, the next row, 4 alone, 5 alone, 6 alone, 7 alone, 8 alone, and until you get 13 rows. And then I did the edging. I did slip stitch, 1 chain, slip stitch, 1 chain. So very simple, nothing to it. Okay, so I hope you're going to enjoy this tutorial. These are 4-ply 100% cotton thread. They go by number, not by color. So this green, let's say, is 24. And then, of course, with the black, and of course, black, as you see, it's 11. So, and I'll be using the white, the red, of course, and the green. And I did an off-white, almost like a cream color, just so we can have the nose stick out a little bit better, because if I did it in white, it would have been too white over white. Okay, so enjoy the tutorial. Thank you so much, everybody, and let's get started. If you have not subscribed yet, please, I ask you to be part of this joining and subscribe. It costs you nothing. It's free. We work really hard to get these things out there for you guys for free. And please give a thumbs up on the video. No lazy fingers. You're only helping us out to keep going with the channel. Okay? Thank you, everyone. Not to forget, hot gun glue. It has to be transparent glue. If you do the white, as soon as you wash it, it's going to come out. For some reason, the transparent one does not come out. If you feel more comfortable in stitching all your patterns in, all your little motifs in, then by all means, go ahead. I glue mine. I don't stitch it in. It works for me. It should work for you too, unless you have some type of material, fibers, transparent, different glue in a small little bottle, things like that, then go ahead. If not, you know, it's the cheapest way, Dollar Tree, dollar store, Walmart, whatever the case may be. Okay, so these threads are similar to Aunt Lydia number 3 cotton. If you use Aunt Lydia number 3, your pattern will become bigger because the thread is a little bit thicker than mine. So I did the magic circle. In case you can't, do a 4 chain stitch, depending upon your tension. I've secured it with slip stitch, coming back in, single, and 2 chains. So I'm going to have a total of 14 double crochets, and that's included with my first one. So I've done my 14 double crochets. I'm going to come in that first one, slip stitch, stretch my thread a bit longer, come in the same stitch, single, stretch it again a bit, and 1 chain. Unless you want to do your 3 chains going up, go ahead. I do it this way because it's less of a mark when you're going up. Next stitch. So we're doing 2 together on the same stitch as I explained at the beginning. Next stitch, double crochet in the same stitch, double crochet. So we're going to have a total of 28 double crochets. I've done row 2 with 28 double crochets, 2 per stitch. I'm going to stretch my thread again a bit, coming back on the same one, single, stretch it a bit, and one chain. Coming back on the same one, this is my increase, 2 together. Next stitch, 1 double crochet alone. Next one, 2 together on the same stitch. Next stitch, 1 by itself. Next one, 2 together. So we're going to continue to do this all the way around the same way. And the next rows until row 13 is no different. As soon as you start off, you have to add 2 together on the same stitch. Next row will be 2 double crochets alone, 2 together. The row after that, 3 double crochets alone, 2 together. The row after that, 4 alone, 2 together. Until, so on my last row, my 13 row, I have 2 together, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 double crochets alone. On your 12th, 2 together. And that goes for the other patterns, the same thing. So I'll meet you at the end of my row 13 so we can do that slip stitch and chain to finalize the edging, okay? Okay, everyone, so I've done my 13 row altogether. That means 11 double crochets alone, and on your 12th, the increase. So now I'm going to do 1 chain coming into the next stitch, slip stitch, 1 chain, next stitch, slip stitch, 1 chain, next stitch, slip stitch. We're going to do this all the way around the same way and then cut our thread, and we're going to begin with the other projects. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so now we're going to do the funny year. Not the best, but we do what we can, okay? So I'm going to make the magic circle. No difference in what we started the pattern. So I'm going to do secure with slip stitch, come back in, single, and 2 chain. I'm going to have a total of 12 double crochets inside of this magic circle. If you can't do the magic circle, do a 4 chain, okay? So I've done my 12 double crochets. I'm going to come on my second chain here from the single 2 chain that I've done. And I'm going to come back in and do a single. Next space, single, next stitch, also a single. So I'm going to have a total of 4 singles. I'm going to turn around, 1, 2, 3 chain. I'm going to come into the next one, double crochet. So we'll have a total of 4 double crochets on these singles. Turn around, 1, 2, 3 chain. Into the same one, we're doing the increase, 2 double crochet. Next one, 1 double crochet. Next one, 1 double crochet. And on my last one, 2 double crochets in the same stitch. Turn around. So we're always going to have an increase, 2 at the beginning and 2 at the end. 1, 2, 3 chain. I'm on the 3rd row of the double crochets, 2 in the same stitch, and then 1 per stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the last one, 2 together, 5 and 6. So this is the 3rd row. Turn around, 1, 2, 3 chain into the same one, 2 double crochet on the first one and 1 alone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, actually not even, 7 and 8. So on this row, 1, 2, 3, 4, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 double crochets. We're going to turn around. My light keeps flicking. 10 double crochets. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 chain into the next one, double crochet incomplete, and into the next one, and then close it all together. So we've closed the 3 together. We're going to do 1 per stitch now. 1, 2, 3, and on this third one, I'm just going to do another increase in here, 4 and 5. Coming on the last 3 incomplete, 1, 2, and 3. And turn around, go up 1, 2, 3 chain, coming in. So we have the corner one here, and then we have this little space here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're on row 6, going to row 6. So we have this little space here. You want to go into the next stitch, okay? Not that little space where we've closed all of them in. Close it together, the 3 incomplete, and then 1 per stitch. 1, 2, and then these last 3s we are doing incomplete together. Okay, so that means you should have 4 loops on your hook, and close it out. Turn around. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, and 3. Into the next one, incomplete. Into the next one, incomplete, and close it. Into the next one, incomplete. Into the next one, incomplete. And now we're going to close it all together. Into the last row, 1, 2. I'm only doing 2 chain this time, not doing 3 because I don't want it to be sticking out too much. So we're going to do the last 3 here, incomplete, and close it all together. Of course, once it's glued in, we put it nice and straight and do 1 chain to secure it. Cut your thread and pull it. Okay, now this is the right side. We need to tuck this in the back, but we don't want to pull too much because we want to have that pointy little thing there for the ear, right? So we need to secure it, but we need to leave a little bit of a point there. So don't over pull too much on that string. Okay, if you do, just straighten it right back up and just secure your thread. This will be pretty much, well, not all of it, but some of it on this side. It's going to be, and I'm bringing it down this way because this is going to be glued like that. So I want to make sure that this stays glued into the pattern so nothing comes apart. Just pulling on it all the time. I want that little bit of a pointy there. And then cut the accents and then tuck in your loose ends here at the bottom also. And make sure that it's well secured, like pulled together. We don't want a big gap there in the center. So I'm just going to pull my thread through here a little bit around so it does not come apart. Okay, so now we have the ears done. Well, at least I have my 2 ears. You know you need 2 of them. So it's going to be for each side of the pattern. So that's going to go nice and straight here. So that's going to go like that, more or less, a little bit in. And then on this side too. So it's going to look like that. Okay, so we've done 12 double crochets on this here. And you do 12 double crochets for the eyes. The same thing as when we started the pattern, or we just finished doing this. I should have mentioned while I was doing it. So 12 double crochets for the eyes here also. We're going to do the nose, and I'm using like a beige creamy color just to be different from the nose. I don't want it to be, you can do it white if you want, just so the nose can stick out a little bit different than everything else, okay? And with the nose, very simple, it's 14, okay? So same thing, but 14 double crochets. These are 12, 12, and 12 on the pattern. The nose will be 14, okay? Okay, so we've done the nose with 14. So now we're going to go into the hat. So I'm going to, actually, we're going to do the little ball for that. Get the little things out of the way because the other things are easy. So I'm going to do my magic circle. And I'm going to do my 12 double crochets like we've been doing the little circle with 12 double crochets. So single 2 chain. And this pretty much is exactly how we started the pattern. So it's not 12. Can't even remember what I did. Oh my goodness. So let me check how many I did. So it's not 12, it's 14. Sorry, I thought that it was 12 I had done, but it's not, it's 14. Okay, so 14 double crochet. So we're going to close it in after the 14 double crochets. Come in, slip stitch, come back in, and we're going to do 2 double crochets in the same stitch. So we'll have a total of 28 double crochets. Okay, 2 per stitch. Okay, everyone, so we pretty much did a little round thing for the hat, in the bottom of the tail of the hat, and now we're going to do the hat. So we're going to do slip stitch and 34 chain stitch. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 until 34 chain stitch. We've done the 34 chain stitch. We're going to do 3 more, 1, 2, and 3. We're going to come back on the 4th one and do double crochet all the way to the end, 1 per stitch. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I've done 34 chain stitch plus the 3 chains that we came down to the 4th space. We have 35 double crochet. So inside of the last one that we did the 35 double crochet, I'm going to do 6 more inside of the same chain. Okay, I've done my 6 double crochets inside of the last one, and now 1 per stitch all the way to the end. I'm going to use a smaller hook to go into that thinner chain that we did. And when we get to the last one, we're going to do the 6 double crochets also on the last one to have that little round curve. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I've done my 6 double crochets on this corner exactly how I did it on this one. I'm coming in with the green, and now we are going to skip these 6 that we did here at the corner. And we have that first double crochet from the 35. I'm going to come into the second one, and we're going to do double crochets. And on the other side, we're going to do exactly the same thing, not do the corner one. So single, I'm going to do only one chain. Actually, I'm going to grab back loops only. Okay, so using back loops, so we're going to continue to do double crochets. I like to use the back loop on this first row just to give it that difference of the hat. Okay, so I'll let you know how many double crochets I have done just to make sure that you're on the right track. Okay, everyone, so I have a total of 32 double crochets. We're going to turn around and repeat exactly the same thing. So either do your 3 chain or single 2 chain as I do. It's up to you. Now I'm just taking both stitches right through each stitch and do the 32 double crochets again. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I've done my 32 double crochets. Now, again, we're going to do 3 incomplete double crochets. So that's my first double crochet, take out 2, and leave on the hook, take out 2. So the first one, obviously, because it's the first one, there's only 3 on the hook, 3 loops on the hook, but at the end we should have 4 on the hook. So now we're going to continue to do this all the way until we have it's kind of hard to see it now because it's spent, but so we should have 2, 4, 6, 8 double crochets. Okay, so we're going to keep decreasing from here on. So we're doing the 3 incomplete at the beginning, and we are going to do the 3 last ones incomplete also. Okay, so 1 per stitch, and then I'll meet you at the end. Of course, my thread had to split here a bit. So I'm going to continue mine, and I'm not until the last 3 that's left. Okay. Okay, everyone. So we have the last 3 double crochets left. So now we're going to do the incomplete, incomplete, and the last one incomplete. So you should have 4 on your hook now. Okay, and close it all together. Turn around. 1, 2, 3 chain. Coming into the next stitch, incomplete. We're always going to do that at the beginning, at the end, until we have only 8 double crochets at the end. So we close these 3, continue on, 1 per stitch, and then we don't do the last 3. We're going to do incomplete also. You should have 4 on your hook. Again, reaching the end, we have 3. So we're going to do the incomplete. You should have 4 loops on your hook, 2, and then the last one. And close it together. So it keeps decreasing. 1, 2, and 3. Again, come into the next one. Incomplete, incomplete, and close it. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end once I have 8 left. We're just going to keep doing this at the beginning and at the end so our hat can keep closing in, okay? Okay, everyone, so I'm down to my 8 double crochet. That's the 3 incomplete, 2 alone, and the 3 incomplete, so that's 8. I'm going to turn around. I'm going to do 2 chain only. Coming in the next one. We're not doing incomplete now, okay? So 2, 3, 1 more inside, 4, 1 right on top of the incomplete. So I have, actually, let's go back again. Sorry, people. So 2 chain. I'm going to come right on this one here where we've closed in. So that's 2, 3, one more inside, 4, 5, and right at the edge here, 6 double crochets. Okay, 2, 4, 6. We're going to do about 15 to 16 row of these, just back and forth, 6 double crochets. This is the rest of the hat, the cap, whatever bonnet, whatever we're going to call this, I don't know. So I missed something here somewhere. Oh, the last one. We must not forget this last one, because sometimes we have the tendency, because it's so pulled in, to forget it. So you got to make sure you always have those 6 double crochets. Okay, so 3 chain now. I had to do that 2 chain because I didn't want it to open up and give it a gap. So, I mean, everybody has their own techniques on their stitch. You should know yours by now. And then the very last one, because sometimes in a lot of patterns people forget. So I have 1, 2, 3 rows. I'm going to do about 15 rows of these, okay? Back and forth. Okay, everyone. So I have about 15 of them. Now, each one, like I said, has different tensions. So you need to see if you need 14 or 15 or 16. It really depends on your tension, right? Okay, so if I'm to place, I didn't cut my thread yet because I want to make sure that I'm okay. And I will be blocking the hat also, so it can stretch a little bit more before I even glue it on. Okay, so that's going to take about 1, 2, 3 rows. So I can go corner to corner here. Okay, edge with edge there of the pattern. And the whole thing about blocking it, because it stretches a bit, we need to bend this at the edge here and bring it down about to there, because then this is going to cover it. And then we have the ears that go right. Make sure that this is down, the little round circle there. So you have to place it, see it, what looks right, and have it more or less on the same rows. So a little bit stays out of that round circle and the rest goes in. So I'm just going to glue mine, warm up my glue and take it from there. Okay, so I think I'm okay with this 15. So I'm going to cut my thread and I'm going to tuck in my loose end, of course. And I'm pretty good with it this way. But if you need to do a little bit longer, then place all your ears and stuff and see if you're okay with it or not. So the first thing I'm going to do is place my hat to make sure that I get the eyes properly. Okay, so basically I put a little bit of glue here just to secure that little edge, that corner. Make sure you get that right side up, which is the first row here. And then I've taken 4 rows of the top there. And I'm just going to put a little bit on here also, just to make sure that it secures. And then I can just go right through it. We don't need to over put glue. It pretty much sticks on. So if you over put it, you might end up grabbing whatever you have underneath. So make sure you're careful on that. I'm just going to put a little bit on here also. And just place it there on the hat like that. Okay. Make sure I don't grab anything from back here. And then then make sure you turn it to see if everything is glued back here. And you just go right at the edges of the white just to complete the rest of the glue here. Okay, now I'm going to turn this, and it has to be on the edge of the hat, so bend it and bring it down. I have to put my ears here just to make sure. It's just to get the right measurement, which I think I'm fine with that. So if I'm fine with that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to secure this here so it doesn't go anywhere. And then you would glue the edge of the hat here also. So you want to get it right to the edge. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue and just push the hat here a little bit on top. And do the same thing to this side. Like that. Of course, we don't want to grab the back there of it. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue here just to get that secure. Okay, so once we are secure with our edges here, just don't burn yourself because this glue can get hot. Okay, so now we're going to place this here. Right on top of the green, a little bit on your pattern, and also on the red. So it can all just stay there and compress. So you have a little bit that stays out. We don't want to cover the face either, right? Put a little bit here just so it can hold it down. Now the ears. So you would just get the edging of this on here. We don't want to overdo it, just a little bit. And go right over like that. And then make sure that you portion the other side the same thing. So you gotta see more or less. My light keeps flicking. Oh, goodness. I'm just going to bring that in. So you look at it more or less if you think it looks good. I think it looks good. So I'm just going to place a little bit of the glue here on the ear at the edge. And I'm going to put my pattern right over it. So I can at least secure it. And see if I need to add a little bit more glue here at the edge. Okay, let it dry a bit, then we'll go over to see, because I'm sure there's pieces here that, of this little bum, whatever you call it, little ball here. So I'm just going to go right over the edges here to make sure that it's all covered up. Okay, everything else seems to be fine. Put a little bit here. And make sure that we don't glue anything to the pattern below. So now, okay, so we know the nose goes right on the center of the middle one that we did. So I'm just going to put the glue here and put the nose right on the center. Okay, I want to make sure I'm not gluing my towel underneath. And then place your eyes. So you can count 1, 2, 3, 4 on my 5th. Just make sure I got the right count. So this is right from the hat at the edge. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So more or less there. Then you just fix it to see if they're both. And then place your glue. And then the same thing to the other eye. So it doesn't move, let it dry a bit, and then go over at the edges and get those eyes glued in. And then we're going to just do slip stitch for the mouth, and we're pretty much done. So I'm going to let it dry a bit and see if I need to put glue anywhere else, if I'm okay. So I'm just going to stretch this here a bit. Okay. Okay, everybody. So now what you can do is you can put little markers if you want to see if you have the right. So now when I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on my 6th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's more or less about here. So about here. And you can, since it's slip stitch, you could always take it down as you wish. So I did a slip stitch knot. I'm just going to come more or less in the direction. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I'm going to come right there, pull it to the back. I don't want to over pull it because I don't want that knot to go to the front. Okay. So, and then on that same line, we're just going to slip stitch into the next stitch and do our mouth knot. You want to be exactly on the line of the row, of course. So 1 per stitch. And, you put it down, you see if the size of the mouth is good enough. It is. Then you bring your thread to the back to cut it, right? So I want to have it more or less in this angle. So I'm pretty much just doing this little angle at the edge here. And then obviously I have the thing there. And then I'm going to do at the edge here. So I know I have, anyway, it's about 14, 15 slip stitch. I'll let you know. So I've done 16 slip stitch. Okay. And now I'm going to just pull that thread. I'm going to come back here on the next one and pull that thread to the back. Okay. I'm going to cut my thread here. Bring this thread to the back. And then I'm going to make a few knots with it in between the red back here in those little loops. So I'm going to pull it a bit and make a knot. We don't want nothing to come apart. And again, and I would do the same thing to the little one on the other end also. And this way you don't have any of the thread hanging out on the back either, especially if you're going to go wash it and things like that. Like I said, this makes a beautiful set display on the table for Christmas. So I will leave all the links in the description box of all of the patterns for the Santa Claus, the elf, and can't remember the other one. Good heavens. Santa Claus. Which one was this? I can't even remember. Santa Claus helper, right? Snowman, I should say. Not helper, snowman. So I'll leave all the links below just to make sure that if you guys want to do the whole collection, at least you could just go into the description box and click on the link and it brings you straight to the tutorial. Okay, or I might even leave it on the comment pinned on the comment section. Sometimes it's easier. There's a lot of views that still don't know how to go to the description box below the video, and I keep saying I'm going to do a video to show you guys, but I really haven't had that much time either. So, and it doesn't take long. I know it takes about 2 minutes to do it, but it's the question of timing, right? Okay, so pretty much our little elf is done, and I think he looks pretty cute. I mean, even though he's got these funny looking ears. So here's the other one, right? Which I still have to block this pattern. I blocked the other one. I forgot to block this one. And then you have the snowman. And I have the Santa Claus put away for now. Okay, so thank you so much, everybody. I will see you in the next tutorial. God bless you. Send you much love, much hugs. Stay positive. Prayers for you, for myself, and for the world. We all need it. I want to say a special thank you to Terry for requesting, Bro, I believe, for requesting the sets. So thank you very much. I hope I did justice. Enjoy creating it. Let me know how it goes. Okay, thank you, everyone. Until next time. Bye-bye.